What's up, guys? It's Casey Solomon, aka the Fourth Sanderson Sister, coming at you with a very special Hocus Pocus video. It's been months since we've had one of these, but it's time once again for a birthday palooza crowd work because it's Bette Midler's birthday! Fans rejoice, for this is the day our head witch was born unto the world. So, we've got a multi-part video for you today where I'm going to talk about the marvel of Winnie's costume, why we love the character so much, Bette and her relationship with Winifred. I'm gonna react to memes and fan art submitted by you guys, read some birthday wishes, and react to the 1993 Katie Couric interview with Bette Midler about the first Hocus Pocus. So, got a slice of birthday cake for the birthday girl, and let's get this party started. So first off, let's talk costumes, and who better to hear from than the head witch herself?
Let's see, what's next? This, of course, is the great Winifred Sanderson of the Sanderson sisters, the first Hocus Pocus movie, costumed by Mary Voigt. And the palette she chose was blues and greens and purples. And I told my people, my hair and makeup people, that I wanted to look like the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland. I wanted the hair to be this certain shape, the sort of heart-shaped, and I wanted to have no eyebrows, and I wanted to have just little tiny little red specks and have just two little. I actually designed that makeup myself, and I was very, very proud of it. The nails are very curved, and the teeth, and I wanted the teeth as well. The costume is sensational, but my feeling was that the wig really sold it.
Oh, absolutely. The wig definitely sold it. The wig 100% sold it, Bette. But here's the thing, and she's right about the whole Red Queen thing. Obviously, that was who she was taking her inspiration from. But, like, I never noticed that. Because when I was growing up, I just watched the cartoon Alice in Wonderland from Disney from the 60s. Never seen any other iteration. And then when the Tim Burton one came out, and I went to see it with my mom, which, by the way, neither one of us really liked it that much. But I love Helena Bonham Carter, so I was like, my girl's in it, can't be that bad. But the first thing I thought when I saw her character was not, she looks like the Red Queen from the book. It was, why does she look like Winifred Sanderson? Like, that was legitimately my first thought, was why does she look like Winifred Sanderson? This is a very odd choice, but I didn't know that that was what she was supposed to look like in the book. So, I mean, kudos, Winifred, because I associate that look more with Winifred Sanderson than I do with the Red Queen. Like, I don't see Alice in Wonderland when I look at that design. I see Winifred Sanderson. That just proves to you how iconic Bette's look became. I mean, her dress itself is just so dang intricate with all of the Celtic symbols and the dragon imagery that I saw as well. I think it was dragons, but it looked like dragons. And it just shows how fierce and formidable and powerful Winifred is. I mean, just look at this. I'm wearing her universe cape, and I mean, look at all these symbols on here. It's totally not the reason I wore it, but hey, look at that. I just made a great segue. I mean, just look at all these little intricate symbols that were just embroidered into her dress. And it's so cool. And I love the greens, the green with envy, because Winifred is envious of other characters, I guess you could say, in the world. She's envious of her own sisters sometimes. She just has that, she's that big green monster. It's so great. It's so great. It's such a good costume, and I love the long flowy sleeves that give her more dramaticism. Obviously, I don't have that in this. My arms just stick right through because it's just a cape. It's not a dress. But when she's in that, she can flourish her hands around, and the sleeves go waving everywhere, and that just adds so much more depth to everything that she does. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. The high collar for her just shows how high and mighty she thinks of herself, and just, there's so much about Winifred's look that is just so iconic that it has replaced my image of the Queen of Hearts. I only see the one from Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon. And anytime that look is associated with anything, I'm just like, that's Winnie Sanderson. That's Winifred. That's Winifred. I don't care what you're trying to do, that's Winifred. I mean, it's just so great. And I love, 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 love that Bette got to design the makeup. I love that she got to design the makeup, and she should be proud. She should be proud of that makeup. It was perfect. It was iconic. It was everything. I can't imagine that character any other way. I've seen some of the test makeup shots, and I'm sure editing me is trying to pop those up somewhere. And she just doesn't look right in those test shots. So I think once Bette finally got it the way she wanted, the way she kept talking them through it, it just clicked. It just clicked, and it was perfect. Everything just, God, Winifred has such a good look. She has just such a good look. Although I recently tried wearing the teeth from Spirit Halloween and talking at the same time. That's impossible. So kudos to you, Bette, for talking with those things in your mouth, because God, I couldn't say a couple of words with them in mind. At least not without a lisp. It's a struggle, so you a trooper for that, girl. But the teeth are iconic. You don't think of those things without thinking of Winnie. She's so well designed, from her jewelry to her dress to her wig to her makeup to everything. It's just perfect. It's perfect. I love it. But there are so many reasons we love Winifred Sanderson apart from her iconic look. So let's just talk about as many as time allows, and I'll try to keep it short-ish. First thing we love is her sass. We love her sassy mouth. My God, this character is the sassiest thing to ever exist, and we love her for it. I know I love her for it. She just has so many good one-liners that crack me up every time I hear them. And you know what? To heck with it. Let's play a few.
Don't get your neck on that twist. We are just three kindly old spinster ladies. Shut up! It is but water. Then we must find the book, brew the potion, and suck the lives out of the children of Salem before sunrise. Otherwise it's curtains. We evaporate. We cease to exist. Dost thou comprehend?
I suggest we form a calming circle.
I am calm.
Go to hell!
Oh, I've been there, thank you. I found it quite lovely.
I'm down there. Really? I don't feel particularly warmed up yet. Had I known I was going to be down there, I might have...
Stop it!
Next time, do not tell people we wish to bewitch.
That we are about to bewitch them.
Oh, thou must never announce that they are poison, sister. No one will eat them if they think they're deadly. Amateur.
I love how strong she is as a character, because she commands your attention when she's in a scene. When Winifred Sanderson speaks, you listen. Her sweeping arm movements pull you into her and make you focus on everything she does. Bette once said Winifred is the closest thing she'll ever get to Shakespeare, and we see that in this performance. Shakespearean characters were always larger than life in the way they spoke, their movement, and interactions with other characters, because they were playing to huge amphitheaters. Everything they had to do was huge and elaborate, and Winifred has the most bravado out of the three sisters, and you feel it in everything she does. She mimics that larger-than-life quality that Shakespeare brought to his characters. Winifred could be a Shakespearean character. She could be one of the witches in Macbeth, easily. She is a force of nature with an electrifying presence and personality, and yes, that was a pun. Yes, that was a pun. Don't hate me for it. They're accurate puns.
I haven't lost my touch, sisters. Say
The confidence that Winifred exudes in a scene, even when she has no freaking idea what she's doing, is contagious. I think that's why a lot of folks gravitate towards her, because they want to be that confident. They want that confidence that she has. And honestly, we can relate to her even more after Hocus Pocus 2, because we know that confidence is hiding vulnerabilities. that a lot of us want to cover up too. She's just so much fun to watch and emulate. She's just phenomenal. And the woman who brought her to life is the best. And it's because you don't see this often. Bette has stated multiple times over the years that Winifred Sanderson is her favorite role she has ever played. And honestly, you can see that in Hocus Pocus 1 and 2 as compared to her other movies. She's equally phenomenal in those other movies. Don't get me wrong, but follow me on this. You can see that joy in her performance as Winifred Sanderson because everything dealing with this franchise has just been so much fun for her. Anytime she's allowed to show happier emotions as Winnie, those are so real you can feel it through the screen, especially in Hocus Pocus 2. You can feel how happy and excited she was to be back in those boots. And when you look at those behind the scenes snippets we got, which I did react to those, and you can watch one of them by clicking on this thing right here. The snippets we got of their time on set, Bette is just grinning ear to ear as this is going on. She's so happy to be back as Winifred. I wanted to react to the big, like, behind-the-scenes reel that she put out on Halloween, or the day after Halloween on Instagram, but it uses All I Want for Christmas Is You in it, and that's a copyrighted song, so I can't do that on here. But go watch it. Go watch it. Believe me, it's worth it. She's just so happy to be back as Winifred. And I'm going to throw this photo back up there because I cannot stress enough how important it is to see it. Bette taking a break in the bushes during filming one night in full costume, hair, and makeup. I know this photo doesn't say much to most people, and most people are just like, she's sleeping in the bushes, that's funny. But it screamed 1,000 words at me. Bette didn't have to put herself through this exhaustion. She was doing just fine. Hocus Pocus makes plenty of royalties every year, and she's been a huge star for as long as I can remember, and continues to be one. But this film in particular, Hocus Pocus 2, is the result of years and years of her pushing and prodding and begging and pleading with Disney to make a sequel to Hocus Pocus because of how much the fans loved it and how much she loved it. Actors are always talking about the roles they enjoyed playing, having their favorites too, of course. But I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, of any actors who pushed so hard for a second film of their series just because they loved playing that character so much. Bette Midler did. She saw how much of a phenomenon this box office flop she loved had become. She saw how much the fans loved the characters. She heard people's wishes for another movie. She had preached for years how much she loved playing Winifred Sanderson, and by golly, her efforts were finally rewarded. She was getting to play her favorite role again after 29 years. Bette, Kathy, and SJP were heavily involved in the process of pre-production, including parts of the story, if my memory serves me incorrectly, points if you got that reference, specifically where their characters were concerned. They talked in interviews about having Zoom meetings that were like slumber parties of them talking about their characters, how they wanted this to go, throwing song suggestions around. Kathy keeping everybody on track, being like, I don't know that the fans would like this, but I know they would like this. Just having these long conversations about it. Bette wasn't gonna let this happen without a script that she and the girls approved of. They had to approve of it. This photo almost had me in tears when I first saw it because she was physically exhausted. Yes, she was tired. But I get the feeling that this captured more than just that physical exhaustion. It captured the relief that she was finally doing this. She did it for us. She was out there working her butt off for us. She was pushing herself through COVID restraints and freezing cold for us. I don't care how much some people did not like the sequel. Bette was working her butt off for us, as were Kathy and SJP. I could be dead wrong, but what I've taken from it, from this photo, is Bette doing all of this for us and her favorite character, and she was finally rewarded for all of her hard work, and her performance in Hocus Pocus 2 showed all of it, and all of that came to me in that picture. I love that Winifred learned a lesson, a hard lesson, in Hocus Pocus 2, and proved she was more than just your cookie-cutter villain. I've had people tell me how they should have made her just as mean as in the first one, and the movie should have gone one way or another. Again, points if you get the reference. But I have to disagree, at least from the Sanderson sisters arc. I like that we can see there is a little good in those characters, but especially in the one we never ever thought had any goodness in her heart. I like characters like that. I always have. Layered characters are more interesting than cookie cutter ones. Winifred is wickedly evil, and we love her for that. But those vulnerable moments made her so much more relatable and so human. And I have beaten this horse to death. But Bette Midler makes me cry every time I watch Hocus Pocus 2, because her acting in that scene hurts in all the right ways. You cannot like 2. You can be upset about things. I have no problem with that. But just like those who didn't like it, I'm never going to stop loving it and thanking Bette for all of her hard work in getting that film made. You will not change my mind. I especially wanted to address this on her birthday because without her, we wouldn't have 2. Please understand this. This is a direct result of Bette pushing Disney to make it. And we got it. We finally got it. And I want to talk about something else real quick that I actually didn't have in a script, and I meant to put it in, and I forgot. Earlier this year, during my birthday stream, I finally admitted to you guys I had one least favorite Sanderson sister. And for the longest time in my life, it was Winnie. I'll admit it. It was Winnie for a very long time because I've always rooted for the underdogs, so I always liked Sarah Mary a little bit better. But after sitting with 2 and watching 1 and 2 back to back on Halloween and studying the character as close as I have, I don't have a least favorite. I don't have a least favorite. I don't have a favorite. I do, however, have Winifred Sanderson probably at the top of my favorite fictional characters of all time list after 2, because she got so much deeper. She got so many more layers. They let us see so much more of this character and not just being an evil witch, which I love her for. I enjoy everything about her in 1. But when you add those emotional layers to such a hard-edged character, and you show that they do have these intense vulnerabilities, and they do have these fears of being alone or losing the people that they love, it adds so much more. It adds so much more to them, and I can't harp on this enough about how deep a character Winifred Sanderson is now, and I love that so much. After sitting with it, even after my birthday, I've sat with it longer, and I've continued to think about it and analyze her. She's just so awesome. especially after 2. Like, especially after 2. Because she got to be so much more than what she was originally. And I love that kind of growth for characters, especially one like her. And it allowed Bette Midler to show so much range with Winifred. It allowed her to still be funny. It allowed her to still be wicked. But it allowed her those intense, emotional moments from other movies that we all love, like Beaches and The Rose. And that moment, when she loses Sarah and Mary, is forever etched in my heart and in my brain and in my soul. Because it was that deep and it was that good a performance. So, I just needed to add that really fast because I just got to thinking about it, and she is absolutely one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, especially after 2. I just love her so freaking much. So no, the answer to your question now is I really don't have a favorite, and I really don't have a least favorite. They're all so great, and Winnie has climbed her way up from my bottom to equal footing, and I love her. I love her. So on a less serious note, let's look at some memes about her, shall we?
Come! We fly!
Alright, welcome to our Discord channel. If you're not part of our Discord, please join our Discord. We're not always active, but when we are, we have a lot of fun. So this is our Happy Birthday Bette Midler channel. Which I made so you guys can do this. And let's look at what you guys posted. So this is from Amethyst Waves. She posted, "Yes, Salem, we're back!" Of course, because that's freaking iconic. I don't know why I'm wearing these. I don't have anything with sound. I'm going to take those out. So, yes, we love that. We love that very much. And then she also posted character growth, which I just harped on for a very long time. And it's these two back to back, which is just, God, I love her character development so much. Top from 1993's Hocus Pocus. What a fool to give up thy life for thy sisters. Hocus Pocus 2, 2022. My powers are nothing without my sisters. She grew! She grew! It makes me so happy! It makes me so happy that she experienced character development. It just, I got stuck. It's so great that she got her character development and she got better. I love her. I love you, Winnie. Oh my God. And she says, the one and only! That is correct! The one and only. Happy birthday. We got some crowns, we got some birthday cake emojis, we got some crystal balls, and we got some brooms. And then we got some from our buddy, the Universal Shipper. They made their own memes. Me in the morning, me at night. Yep. Yep. That's true, because I'm not a morning person. I am a night owl. When the bed sheets keep popping off, it's very annoying. Especially that fitted sheet. When you try putting your bed sheet on, twist the bones and bend the back. Listen, the way I have my bed set up, it's against the wall, so I have to physically pry my mattress up, put it on one side, put it back down, and then, yes, this is true. So yeah, that's accurate. It's very accurate. Alright, and then we have some from Jack. Me when people come over and touch all my tools and crystals. No touchy. And then he posted the same character development, which just, my heart. Why is my mouse not scrolling? Hello. Good grief. There it is. Me, please put your shoes on. Put your shoes on now. Put on your shoes. Me, dost thou comprehend? Anyone with kids understands that. That's me just telling kids at the library to put their shoes back on. Are you kidding? When a passenger asks for the surf and turf. I don't think I get that one. That might be airline food humor. October 31st versus November 1st. The same. That is correct. Because we're not ready to go. We're not ready to let go of Halloween yet. Who wore it better, Rusty Spokes or Winifred Sanderson? Well, obviously Winnie. Obviously. When you have mentally prepared for the spooky season, but the heat wave hits. It was so hot for most of October, and then it finally cooled off around here. And then these are from our friend Thorn Groves, who I love dearly. Me, OMG, I can't wait for fall. Friend, it's August, calm down. Me, I am calm. And then a lovely picture of Winnie. When a friend says they've never seen Hocus Pocus. Now listen. That's actually a red flag, okay? It's actually a red flag. My ex-boyfriend had never seen Hocus Pocus, and there's a reason. X is in the name. X is in the title. It was a red flag. There were a lot of problems, but that should have been my red flag. It tipped me off. It's actually a red flag. That should have been one for my brother, too. But he's very happy now with his new girl, and I love her very much. My 4 moods. I am calm. Stares blankly at you like you're on The Office. I'm guessing this was supposed to be a gift, so that would have been a slow turn. And another glorious morning. Makes me sick. That actually wakes me up every morning. It is my alarm on my phone. I found that as a ringtone. I'm like, hey, that's the perfect way to wake up every morning, because that's how I feel. My I told you so face. Oh, God. Me when kids fall after I tell them to stop running. Oh, look, another glorious morning. Makes me sick. I like that they used a different picture there. My face when someone says they didn't like Hocus Pocus. Absolutely. But I don't hold it against them. I just judge them harshly. Your face when you realize how many candles you have to blow out this year. Happy birthday to my favorite witch. Oh, I love that! That's great, Thorn. I love that one. And I hope she does too. That's amazing. And that's the end of your memes. Hocus Pocus fans when they realize it's Bette Midler's birthday. That's right, baby. That's right, babe. Oh, that is so correct. Doesn't know what a bus is, knows all the lyrics to Screamin' Jay Hawkins' I Put a Spell on You, which they actually clarified that in the non-canon spellbook, which I wish was canon. And then she did leave a very nice message for Bette that says, Happy 79th birthday to the fabulous Bette Midler. Your energy and creativity are truly inspiring. Thank you for all the laughs and unforgettable performances over the years, and special thanks for giving us one of the best witches ever, Winifred Sanderson. Here's to many more years of fun and magic ahead. Wishing you a day as special as you are. Cheers to you, Bette Midler. Have a wonderful birthday, Thorn. That is so sweet, and I love that so much, Thorn. That is a wonderful, wonderful sentiment. And then we have some from Alondra. This was one of the behind-the-scenes photos she shared. The child was delicious, taking a digestive nap before flying home. I love that photo of her. That's awesome. Oh, this is a chain between Sarah and Winifred. I'm going to read it in their voices, or at least try, because I'm laughing already. What goes up but never goes down? The amount of stress you give me. Wrong, the answer is H. The amount of stress you give me. That's perfect. I don't know where you found this one, but that makes me happy. That one was funny. Oh, God. Murder isn't a healthy love language, according to my beloved. Lols. Those might be my favorite memes. That was great. Oh my God. That was funny. Ooh. These. Oh, wait. Who are these from? Back up. These are from Jamie. When you want to buy more Halloween decor, but the money spell didn't work because your sister forgot the dead man's toe. Of all of them, who would forget? It wouldn't be Sarah. And I did a whole video on that one. My face when someone doesn't like Hocus Pocus. Again, I don't hate those people. I just judge them harshly. Those were good. And then one more from Thorn, and it's her favorite Winifred quotes. What a glorious morning, makes me sick. Book! I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Dance, dance, dance until you die! Lock up your children! Yes, Salem, we're back! Yep, and I think all of us nearly died at that moment. And then I decided to throw a few fan art photos in that weren't memes, because I found these on the interwebs, and I thought they were gorgeous. I love this one of her and the cat, even though Binks is like, give me the book, and he's like this close. I really liked the art style for this one. She looks really pretty, and I love how well it came out. So if this is your fan art, if you're out there, comment below. I just love this one. This is Isaiah Stevens. He did 3 of these, one for Sarah, one for Mary, and this one of Winifred is just terrifying. Freaking terrifying, of her just lifting the souls out of these kids. That's just, it's so, that her eyes are so scary. And I like this one. I think this is, might be, no, this is not an official Disney one. It was similar to an official Disney one. But I like this one. She's just so sassy. She's just so sassy. And then I really liked this one. This is beautiful. Like, this is beautiful. I think the artist's name was Jen. Or Jennifer. I think it was Jennifer something. Oh, look, another glorious morning. Makes me sick. But look at this. This is just gorgeously done. It's so beautiful. I love that of her. And there's so much more out there that I just didn't have the time to put in here. I mean, this one's gorgeous. This is probably my favorite of the 4 I posted. So, there you go with the Discord. Our Discord server is great. It's the Sanderson Cottage. The link to join our Discord is in the description of this channel. All you gotta do is hit the see more under where the description starts, and you'll be able to copy and paste and join the coven. It's a lot of fun. So please consider doing that. So next time I have to do a birthday palooza, which we'll be doing one in February, because it'll be Kathy's birthday. You'll be able to participate. Okay, so like I said, we're going to look at the Katie Couric Today Show 1993 interview with Bette Midler on the first movie. I don't think I've ever seen this before, and I'm excited to watch it with you guys, like we did with the other 2. If you haven't watched those, go check them out. So there we go. Let's do it.
Comedic talents and wry sense of humor, and she was the perfect choice to star in the new movie Hocus Pocus. Recently, I talked with Bette about her latest role as a wicked witch named Winnie.
Hello. Goodbye.
She's very, very funny, and I could play her. I'd be happy playing her for the rest of my life. She gets to do everything.
See?
What kind of witch is she?
Well, she's completely demented. She's, she can be quite evil, but most of the time she's very funny. Of course, she doesn't know how funny she is, but she can be quite wicked.
I was going to say she is one nasty witch.
She's very nasty, but she's so funny.
Was that a stretch?
She's hilarious.
Well, some people say it wasn't. However, I think I'm a very kind person. I just, Kenny Ortega was the director on that. Kenny Ortega is a dancer. He started out as a dancer. So when he put the 3 of us together, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kathleen Jamie and myself, when he put the 3 of us together, he wanted us to be able to act like a trio. And it was the first time that I'd ever been a real part of a trio, you know, an acting trio, and I just thought it was so much fun.
And you can tell they had a blast. They all have fond memories of this movie. That scene kills me.
You all running around doing your thing. I wondered if you ever burst out laughing, because if I were one of you, that's what I would have done. I mean, were you tempted to do that?
Well, we did. We laughed when we felt we had hit it. You know,
Yeah.
we got a lot of satisfaction out of really nailing the little bit that we had set out to do. And I laughed all the time. I was always like, girl, you are so funny. To Kathy or to Sarah or to myself.
Sarah Jessica and Sarah Jessica, my good friend Sarah Jessica and Kathy, absolutely adore you, idolize you. Were you able to help them and teach them?
Well, I didn't know that they idolized
Well,
me.
Kathleen
And then
Jimmy said that you were on top of her Christmas tree.
She was it turned out that Kathleen Jimmy was an
This is
old
a true
fan
story.
of mine, and that she had come looking for me once when I lived on Barrow Street in New York City, and she had left left a letter and a picture for me or something like that, and she reminded me of all
I
this,
heard
and
her
of course
tell this story.
I had to say, Kathy, I was unaware at the time. But she took it well. And Sarah Jessica was a different kind of a fan, but...
she was in Annie, right?
She was in Annie.
And you all had the same music coach or voice
Turned out
teacher
we had
or
the
whatever.
same voice teacher, and we were singing that song. I Put a Spell on You, and I walked into the studio, and they had their microphone, and of course I had my microphone because they were singing the background parts. Well, I started to sing, and I looked over at them, and their little knees were like,
Aww.
they had
It's so sweet. It's so cute.
freaked out.
I mean, who wouldn't
and
be?
They came to me afterwards and said, we couldn't believe we were standing there singing with you. And
That's
it
right.
was
They were
wonderful. I was very touched
the
by it.
backup
Fangirl's
girls,
dream,
They
baby.
did a great job.
How was it flying? Did you feel a little like Peter Pan? Was that a blast?
I can't say it was a blast. It hurt like hell.
It did?
Yeah, but there were certain things that were kind of fabulous. Once I was, the director was having a fight with someone, and he was way over at the other side of the stage. So I had the flymen pull me up, and so I could look over and see.
That's brilliant.
Fighting.
You were spying
That's
on
amazing.
your broom?
On my broom.
That's so
It was
funny.
great. You know, the
I
thing
would
about
do
the
that.
broom was you had to find out, you had to figure out how to, you know, keep it, forgive me, keep it between your legs and fly,
Yeah.
and do all this stuff at the same time. And it took us a few weeks to figure, because it hurt so bad.
Well,
Put a lot
yeah.
of strain on your back muscles.
In fact, you had to go to a chiropractor
Yeah,
after
I
this
wrenched,
film.
I wrenched something here, a trapezius or something,
Ow.
and I haven't really fully recovered.
Workman's comp.
And
I liked when Kathy Najimy flew on the Hoover vacuum
that was
cleaner.
Yeah.
great. I think that's going to be the biggest laugh in the picture. I
Oh,
personally,
God, it's iconic.
put my money on that laugh. It was hysterical.
It was
wonderful.
funny. Can we talk about the fact that Bette just said she didn't think she was going to get the biggest laugh? She thought that one of the others was. That is so humble. And let's be honest, it's really hard to beat this.
Winnie?
It's really hard. Oh,
Is this pretty
God.
much a kid's movie, you think that?
I think it has tremendous physical comedy for grown-ups, and the grown-ups do love that. But for the kids, it's so it has lots of laughs, but also has just a little bit of terror too. Not terror like they usually give you, but
Not like
fun,
Jurassic
not
Park
like
terror.
Jurassic Park terror, but fun terror. You know, where they're just. It's just Bette Midler, you know, that
Sort
kind
of
terror.
Hansel and Gretel like.
Yeah, yeah. And we have very high hopes for it. But you know, hey, I've had plenty of high hopes before. And had them dashed. So what?
God, the foreshadowing.
We're back in a moment with more on Today.
The foreshadowing in that interview for how long it took us to get the second one and how much Bette had to work for it, circling back to what I talked about earlier. Oh my God, that was great. I love that. She was eavesdropping on her broom. Respect! Respect, woman! Oh my God, that's amazing. I would do the same thing, but that's amazing. I just love that. It's just like, pull me up so I can listen. I'm just like, dang, that is savage. That is amazing. God, I love that woman. God, I love that woman. That's so funny. Oh my God. It's so funny. No, I have actually heard that story about Kathy leaving that letter, and a couple others, at a panel in 2019, which, yep. Yep. Sorry, I'm getting giggly because I'm remembering the stories, but those are not mine to tell. Those are not mine to tell. If you ever see Kathy at a convention, go. If she's having a Q&A panel, go. It's amazing. Back to the other one. back to the head witch. I loved that. I love how she even said we have high hopes. We have high hopes for this movie, and then Disney screwed them. Let's be honest, Disney screwed them. They screwed them. They were like, oh yeah, we'll put it out in July, so we don't have to compete for The Nightmare Before Christmas. Who's more iconic now? Who's Who's got a sequel? Who was the highest grossing premiere on Disney Plus? It sure as heck wasn't Jack Skellington. It sure as heck wasn't him. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my gosh. But the fact that she finally got her wish to do another one. I just love that for her so much. I love that for her more than I love that for us, honestly. Like, it's great. And that interview was awesome. That interview was awesome. I love that. I love everything I learned about that. She was the only one who did not, like, love the flying. And as somebody who also has to go see a chiropractor, I understand. I understand how hard that can be. I've never been on one of those rigs, but my God, I wanna. Man, I wanna. That is a bucket list dream right there. It's a bucket list. It's a bucket list. Somebody get me in contact with somebody who can make that happen. Like, it just, I wanna, but it's so great. It just, that interview made me love her all the more. She's so fun. She's so funny. She's so sweet. And she can be savage when she needs to be, man, and I love it. I just love it. She's great. And that's really all I have to say is she's great. And that interview was awesome. And everything else that we've touched on is wonderful. So there you go, guys. That was our Winifred Sanderson birthday palooza. We're going to bring this little party to a close. Because your girl's got other stuff she needs to do. When I'm recording this, I'm actually streaming in like 3 hours. But, speaking of birthdays, mine will be coming up in April. And I've got some announcements coming with that. But a bigger announcement first. December 31st. I'm gonna do another New Year's stream, New Year's wrap-up of the 4th Sanderson Sisters, so we'll look at some of the favorite moments submitted by you guys. You guys can be like, hey, pull something from this video. This was one of my favorites of yours for the year. You guys are going to tell me what you want. I'm going to go through and I'm going to make montages. I'm going to do what I did last year. I'm going to try to make them shorter than I did last year. It was excessively long last year. I streamed for 4 hours. I'm going to try to keep it at the 2 mark. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over plans for the new year. Talk about series. Talk about location changes. Because those are coming. We're not going to be in this room for all of 2025. We'll be heading to a new location, and I'll talk to you guys more about that on the stream. We're gonna have fun together. I haven't settled on a time yet. I'll settle on a time soon. Just know on New Year's it'll be before parties and stuff start, so it'll be during the day. It'll be during the day, and it'll be a good time, and we're just gonna spend some time together and wrap up this year of the 4th Sanderson sister and just have a good time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this I almost said stream. I have so much going on. If you enjoyed this birthday palooza, please remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's free. It helps me. And what helps me helps you guys get more great content like this. Like I said, another one's going to be coming up in February. We got to give Kathy her dues. Again, she kind of kicked off our year of doing this. There was just such a long gap between SJP's birthday and Bette's. Thursday night, I will be back on Twitch playing more Jackbox games with you guys, so we'll be doing more Jackbox with the Coven over on the Twitch channel, so please consider tuning in for that. We have a lot of fun. We play some games, and it is great, but it's not a 4th stream unless something breaks. So, there you go. So, just be patient with me. If something goes down, I will be back. And then, Saturday night, we will be back here with more Black Flame Gaming. Sarah Sanderson plays Pokemon Sapphire Randomized Nuzlocke right here on the channel. When you're seeing this, I haven't streamed yet, so I don't know how last episode went. I'm hoping it went fine. I'm hoping it goes fine. I don't know. But we're going to have more fun with that. So, just to conclude everything, Bette, I'm wishing you a very, very, very happy birthday. I hope you have a great time with your friends, with your family, and you just get to relax, kick up your feet, and just enjoy the day. This is all about you, girl. We love you here at the 4th Sanderson sister, and I say we, as in me, myself, and I, because we're the only ones who run this channel. And then all of my subs, the Coven wishes you a happy birthday. We love you very much, and keep on being the most divine Miss M that you are. Love you. Happy, happy, happy birthday. So if you're regular on this channel, please remember to drop a like and share your birthday wishes for Bette Midler down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Casey Zogelman, aka the 4th Sanderson sister, and I'll see you witches and wizards later.